Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. So, seems like shit's going down here. What were the chances of that?
Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
Hey! You're the guys that are disorderly, not me. And can a city even function like this?
See, that's why I don't want you Surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there, sort this all out in a hurry.
Why do you do that? What is the proving?
Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a Surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
I mean, it doesn't sound that complicated, to be honest. If that's what the dwarves think is complicated, I think I'm probably going to be the smartest person in this city. It sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones I want to talk to anyway.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferelden from his estate.
You mentioned paragons?
Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
And I bet your paragons would be pretty mediocre amongst the Dalish elves. Anyway, let's cut to the point. The Blight is coming, and I need Orzamar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here. Yes, you should.
Wow. So this is Orzammar. It's huge.
Yeah, lots of colour banding though. My same character.
Ancestors guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers keep him safe, for you know what it is to mourn. I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
No, my ancestors had their immortality taken away from them. So I'm guessing this is some kind of shrine?
I don't know that word. This is a section of stone kept bare to receive our prayers. The stone gave rise to our people, and it is where their spirits return in death.
Wait, what were you praying for?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
Did she just say her son was called Rock? Can I get some subtitles? Oh, no I can't. Wait, so your husband's dead, and your son is missing?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
I think the leather texture on this is quite nice. Wait, the Deep Roads?
The Deep Roads are where Darkspawn come from. They descend for miles into the earth, and we must patrol them constantly or be overrun. I lost my husband to them. If I lost my son the same way...
I mean, the reality is her son is almost certainly dead. Did anyone go after him?
The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by Darkspawn that way.
Oh. there are darkspawn in the deep roads right now?
The deep roads are where darkspawn come from. I lost my husband to them. If I lost my son the same way...
Well, it sounds like if the deep roads are full of darkspawn, I'm probably going to end up there, so I'll look for him, but he's most likely dead.
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
Hey, I'm a Grey Warden. That's what we do.
A warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company packing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
Well, at least the dwarves don't hate Grey Wardens. I mean, things are looking up.
Wow, I've never seen an elf before. You're sort of skinny and strange, aren't you?
It's about time the darkspawn started attacking the surface. They bothered us for far too long.
Well, don't be a massive dickhead about it.
Did you see that fight? In the old days, those men would have been told to join the Legion of the Dead. At least then they put that anger to good use. But not these days.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Wait, what? Your allegiance to this Balin is clear. Why?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
I don't know where I got this information from. You approve of this chaos? Are you like some war profiteer?
Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change.
You know a blight is coming, don't you? Orzammar can't be divided at a time like this.
Orzammar will decide what we can or can't be. Blight may be imminent on the surface, but our warriors are well seasoned against dark spawn. There will be topsiders left for trade. There's no end to you.
Whoa. I don't think you really understand what a blight is, but I'm going to give you my money anyway.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Yeah, that's about all you're good for as well, mate. I mean, that looks pretty nice. There's loads of stuff here. Nothing that I massively want, though.
Maker's blessing on you, sister.
What? I'm not very religious, sorry.
Oh, you look as if you come from the surface. I thought perhaps you were raised in the way of the Chantry. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
Whoa, no. I'll not help spread your lies.
May the Maker's light shine through the darkness in your soul.
I have my own gods, and they're better than yours. Wall carving. The casts. Oh, that might be useful.
Orzammar welcomes you.
I'm not sure I like shell. I get some sort of weird, like, streak of blue every now and then.
Let me guess. This is where the poor people live.
Yeah, it does look a bit shitty. What? That was a bit unnecessary. Yeah, don't fucking interrupt my spells, you assholes.
Another battle line. I am your death.
It is
Fucking peasants.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
No, it's quite a revealing uniform. Why? What have you got to hide?
To tell the truth, I was supposed to meet someone. A traveler like you. But it doesn't look like he made it through the gate. Any chance you're looking to make a little coin?
Yeah, I'll hear you out.
Human kings, you know, they make these ridiculous laws. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
I really, really need some lyrium. I drink loads of it every time I fight Flemeth or another boss. Or just some random mooks if you happen to be on the way to fucking Orzammar. Yeah. But I'm guessing it's going to be pretty dangerous if you pay me so much.
More so for someone like you, I guess. Most dwarves born down here have a natural immunity. Other races, there are problems if they spend too long with the ore. The real issue is that lyrium's valuable. It's only found down here, and human mages can't work without it.
Look, I don't have that kind of money on me.
Long as you keep your eyes down and your mouth shut, we've got no further business.
I really don't have a lot of money. Oh, have I missed the opportunity? Maybe I should follow him anyway.
It shall be done. Whoever you're looking for, it's not me, I swear.
I see the way they all look at me. They think I'm less than dirt.
No, more Dwarven Proprietary.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Yes, I did.
My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
No, that does not happen.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
I'm gonna have to go now.
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
I'll try, idiot. Oh, I hope I haven't missed out the opportunity forever just because I spent all my gold on that bloody morsel vessel.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple.
Whoa, this would be nice to have somewhere in between giving my money away that I need and kicking someone in the face. You know, maybe somewhere in the middle of these two options would be nice. I'm not gonna kick her in the fucking face. Fine, have some 5 silvers.
You're as kind as you are beautiful. I owe you when I get back on my feet. If my feet still worked. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the Diamond Quarter, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill?
No. Yeah, tell me about Dust Town.
It's pretty much as you see it. The raw stone where the casteless live, because we're not welcome elsewhere. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town.
I mean, the elves pretty much all brand their faces as well. What do you mean by brand?
Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place.
And how did you get crippled?
I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper.
That's really fucking shit. Sounds like a paramilitary protection racket type thing. But what's a Carta?
Well, now I know you're not from here. The Carta's who runs Dust Town. Jarvie has got her boys everywhere. They tell you, and you jump, because they're the only ones with the coin and the steel to get whatever they want.
And where does a body go to get drunk round here?
If you have that kind of coin, Salroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want.
Alright, I'm gonna get going now.
I'll just stay out of your way then.
You got a crust of bread to spare?
Spare a bit? Have you a coin to spare, milady? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Why doesn't your son's father help you?
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout. And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no, I can't bear to even think of it.
She isn't branded. Why? What does your family want you to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
What? That's fucking extreme. I mean, is there any other solution?
Yes. I can become casteless with him, which is what I've done. Others have raised children like this, right? Begging for change, sleeping in doorways?
I mean, could you take your son to the surface?
I thought about that. They say there's no caste up there. That humans don't care about lineage. I've never met a surfacer, though. I thought it might not be safe.
Well, I'm from the surface and I haven't killed you or sent your son to become a darkspawn.
And you've been kinder than any of my countrymen. Perhaps it's a sign. If it gives my son a chance to live, I will go. Thank you, stranger, for opening my eyes. Perhaps I'll see you next in the light of the sun.
Yeah, the surface doesn't have enough refugees. What was that first town we went to? And now I've just made it less. But no doubt that is the good, good aligned option.
If I were tall and beautiful like you, I could make all sorts of money.
I don't know if I should rob from these poor people, but I'm going to anyway. How'd they get a fucking engraved silver bowl? Why have they got that?
It is begun.
Hashtag random loot makes no sense, ever. Like in Oblivion when you get mugged by like people wearing full Daedric armor. Suspicious door. I kind of want to break in. This door appears to be made of solid stone. There are no visible means of opening it. On closer inspection, there is a small slot concealed in the fold of a stone, just big enough for a finger. Let's look through it. You see nothing but blackness. I'm a bit sad that I missed out on that lyrium though. If that really was 50 gold's worth of lyrium.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
This doesn't look like a store.
Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money.
Yeah, I've got some spare equipment. What do you give me for it?
Why don't you take a look?
Oh, yeah, that's better, isn't it? Well, not much down here.
I tried dwarven ale once. I thought it was just something they tricked surfacers into drinking, as a joke.
It's not a good
Grey
review.
Warden or no, keep your nose out of Orzammar business.
Atrast Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you?
I'd just like to hear a bit about the city.
So you come to Tapsters? I guess you're not asking for anything official, or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can certainly give you a mole's eye view.
What's the Shaper at first?
It's the bureau of all the Shapers in Orzammar, led by the Shaper of Memories. If you're from the surface, I guess you'd call them scholars. They keep all of our records, laws, genealogies. You got questions about Orzammar's history, and don't mind answers in words as long as your leg, that's the place to go.
Oh, sounds like a lot of reading. Where can I find the Shaper of Memories?
He'd be in the Diamond Quarter. Pardon, the Nobles District. Upstairs from here, however you call it.
Any other place I should see while I'm here?
The Nobles stay upstairs, except when they're slumming. You'll find the Assembly there, the Palace, the Shaperate, and plenty of estates. Down from here is just Dust Town or the mines, so my recommendation is avoid. It's not part of the city, just some old tunnels where the castlists build their nests. No one goes there if they can help it. But if you want fun, your best bet is the Proving.
What's the Proving?
It's a chance for all the best fighters in Orzammar to test their skills. There's a tournament today. Arenas between here and the Diamond Quarter.
That's a coincidence. Let's have a drink.
With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have?
This sounds fucking awesome. I wish this pub was in Norwich. Let's go for some mead.
I have an award-winning honey mead. Surface Family ships it down here every month. Only 1.5 silvers a mug.
Sold.
1 honey mead coming right up. A few months ago, you might have seen the prince here, but now he never leaves his estate. Well, I have other customers to see too. If you need anything else, just call me over.
I'm afraid to walk the commons alone at night. Those Carter thugs are horrid.
There's an ale out there with my name on it.
Told him I don't understand what
With a bit of
improvements
stew
are
on the
to
fire.
everything. I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy? And then he practically slapped me.
White horse walks into a bar. The barman says, "We've got whiskey named after you." Says what, Nigel?
Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no casts and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
I'm a bit concerned about how much my being a warden has spread here. To be honest, most humans treat my people like you treat your castless.
But there are those like you who see this with concern, no? Well, I've taken the time to actually talk to the other castes. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent dishes if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
Yeah, I agree with you. What's your take on the caste system anyway?
Badly. Oh, you're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill.
Do you know anything about this Carter?
The Assembly passed laws prohibiting the casteless from holding any job a legitimate citizen can do. Of course they turn to crime. What else can they do?
Nothing.
As you wish. I wasn't expecting you back. I guess you realize this is about the only fun in Orzammar?
What do you think of the candidates for king?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Quarter in his life. But Lord Harrimont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning. As you wish.
I think, seeing as I have been oppressed my whole life, breaking down the dwarf caste system could be like a pilot project. Why not?
Sit down, have a drink, enjoy life.
I can't take it! What? Get away! You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends.
Sounds like they're possessed by demons. You should kill them. What are you talking about?
They follow you. Once you are in the story, they possess your friends and follow. See? I found copies. All from the same pen and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
That was weird. This quest it did. Looks like I'm missing the beginning of it.
This, my friend, is a pint.
Bottles all around?
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew?
Yeah, I don't mind if I do.
I recommend the Lycan Ale. They brew it downstairs. Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Balin's Expeditionary Field Unit. Yourself?
I'm Trinity, Grey Warden.
Figured as much. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the Deep Roads when that one came by. What was his name? Dukan, Dunka... something like that.
Wait, you know Duncan?
I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the Deep Roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines.
What are you saying? You worked for Balin earlier?
I go where I'm sent, fight when I'm there, and leave politics where it belongs.
Wait, who's your unit fighting? I'm guessing Darkspawn.
Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live.
Yeah, I've never been to the Dark Roads. Deep Roads.
Every Grey Warden ends up there. That's where they send you when you're ready to leave this world. Go die in the dark, putting away as many vermin as you can. Getting more crowded these days, though. Lots of people interested all of a sudden. We go back tomorrow, and we're not the only ones.
What are you looking for?
Balin ordered us in at first bell. He's splitting us into 4 teams to search for some of the lost tigers. Looking for signs of Bronca, I guess. Seems to be who everyone's after.
Wait, who's Bronca?
Bronca was a paragon, some kind of great smith or whatnot. But she went batty and let her whole house into the deep roads more than 2 years ago. No chance she could have survived. And a lot of good men are gonna die looking for her corpse. Excuse me. This brew is starting to taste awful bitter.
Well, I'm not really learning a huge amount about either of the leaders. Neither of them seems all that amazing. Oh, nice, the city of Orzammar.
It is begun.
Orzammar welcomes the Grey Wardens.
This dispute over the throne is exciting, isn't it?
No, it's a real fucking inconvenience.
Wow, a real elf. Excuse me,
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Nothing coherent.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging. Then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Oh, it seems like an accidental tranquil. I kind of feel a bit bad about making fun of someone who is basically disabled. But I don't really understand what happened to you.
Well, it's the lyrium, you know. Raw blood of the earth. It's more alive than you and me. Most of the time, that's no problem. When it's all bundled up in a piece of steel, it'll leave you alone. But handling the ore directly, sometimes you get burned. It's not just your skin it takes off. It'll burn directly into your mind.
Probably a good thing I don't have like 50 gold's worth, then. But aren't dwarves immune to lyrium's effects?
Aye, of course we are. Weak surfacers like you touch the raw ore, and you'll bleed from your eyeballs and ours. Weird seeing how big you are. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck.
So working with lyrium has made you crazy?
Not crazy, just a little forgetful. Don't worry, I'm fine when I work. Just look at my wares. I have the best blades here. Enchanted to hold fire, ice, anything you want to put in it.
Oh, that actually sounds quite good. Yeah, let me see your wares.
Right, best in the trade, you know. I work the ore myself.
Well, that's the most valuable thing we've seen. 3 spare blobs. Plus 10 constitution. That's fucking awesome. Plot item, yeah, I'll take a plot item. Well, that's a bit better. No, it's not. Because its bonuses aren't as good as +1 to all attributes, I don't think.
You look like you're not from around here.
Can I help you?
I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
Oh, God. Why is the dwarf interested in the circle?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
What? No. You don't want to do that. No, we're not going to ship her off to the circle. No, you don't. You want to leave Orzammar?
I want to go to the circle to study.
I assure you that desire will depart the moment you arrive.
I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
I'm just worried that they'll turn her into a tranquil, and I don't really want to support the circle as such. I know they are my allies, and I prefer them to the Templars. I just don't want to ship her off to the circle. I actually quite like the people of Orzammar so far. I mean, I'll take the circle your request, but I think it's a bad plan.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperium's Ferticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child? Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Oh, I feel so bad for her.
What's this? An elf? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
What? I don't need a patrol. I'm a Grey Warden. Why do you need patrols?
Don't let the comm fool you. The Darkspawn are down there, aren't they, Commander?
Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
Actually, you're both wrong. They've made their move on the surface.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening.
Yep, that's what's happening. So, you gonna let me in now?
Into the deep roads? Not without a full unit of soldiers to back you, my friend. Or Adesha's permission to risk yourself. Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens or honored guests on casual visits to the deeps.
The Darkspawn's the only danger in the tunnels, because I don't give a... I can just slay all of them.
Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Well, I can waste all of them. Deep stalkers.
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on two legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
Are there no dwarves past this point?
A few outposts. Legion of the Dead mostly, fools that they are. Some scavenger types too.
Legion of the Dead?
It's an independent company of soldiers. They accept no command but their own. Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes, or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join, and swear their only goal is a glorious death.
Right, I should go.
Aye, for your sake, I hope you've no reason to come here again.
Well, it looks like everything outside cleared then that I've got access to. Who's that? Have I spoken to you?
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter. No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
What the hell are you talking about? Nug's dangerous?
We gotta boil them before roasting, but otherwise no, safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turnip, I say.
Well, if I see any nugs, I'll send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Well, that was weird. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching, and come back for the next part of Dragon Age Origins. The castes. Visitors to Orzammar should keep in mind that the hierarchies of Dwarven society are much more complex than our own. It is easy to gravely insult a man simply by mistaking his position. Since this can lead to unnecessary loss of life and limbs, I will attempt to mitigate the danger for my fellow travellers. The society of Orzammar is divided into nobles, warriors, smiths, artisans, miners, merchants and servants. Now you are undoubtedly saying to yourself, we have all those divisions among our own people. This is a dangerous misconception. Certainly we do have nobility, artisans, merchants, and these positions are largely inherited from our parents. However, the younger children of noblemen often choose to be artisans or soldiers. The sons of merchants may join the army, or become servants, or apprentice themselves to craftsmen. This is all freely chosen, limited perhaps by the circumstance of birth, but still chosen. What is a matter of choice for most human folk is dictated entirely by birth for dwarves. No one may become a smith who is not born to smith caste parents. A servant who marries a noble woman will never be a noble himself, and although his daughters would be nobles, his sons would be servants, for daughters inherit the caste of their mother, while sons inherit the caste of their father. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Gentivi. The City of Orzammar. The dwarves are lauded for their craftsmanship, and the City of Orzammar is one of their finest works. Orzammar lies at the heart of the Frostback Mountains, deep underground. The city arcs outwards from the Royal Palace, which is built around a natural lava vent, continually fountaining liquid rock, which both lights and heats the entire cavern. The topmost tier of Orzammar is home to the noble caste, with their palaces fanning out in both directions from the court of the king, as well as the Shaperate, which serves as a repository for all dwarven knowledge. The lower tier is the commons, where the merchant caste holds sway and where the finest works of Orzammar's craftsmanship are for sale. In the centre of the river of lava, connected by commons by a causeway, are the Proving Grounds, a sacred arena where the dwarves, by ancient tradition, settle their disputes. On one side of the fiery river are the ruins of old dwarven palaces, fallen into disrepair, which the locals call Dust Town, now home to the city's casteless. On the other side of the river are the deep roads, which once joined the sprawling dwarven empire together, but now, after centuries of darkspawn incursions, are largely sealed off. Nearly all knowledge of this network of underground passages has been lost, even to its builders. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Gentivi. Euthenera. To the ancient elves who existed during the time of Alathan, Euthenera was an act of reverence. Elves did not age. They were not immortal, but they did not suffer from deterioration of mind or body. They suffered only from a deterioration of the spirit. It did not often happen, but the oldest of the elves were said to reach a point where they became weary of life. Memories became too much to bear, and rather than fade into complacency, they voluntarily stood aside to let newer generations guide their people. Euthenera means the long sleep, in which the elder would retire to a chamber that was one part bed and one part tomb. To great ceremony from all the extended family, the elder would succumb to a slumber from which they would not wake for centuries, and often never. In time, the body would deteriorate, and the elder would die in truth. All the while, family would continue to visit the chamber to pay respect to the one who made such a great sacrifice. With the arrival of the humans and the quickening of elven blood that ensued, the practice of Euthenera began to fade. When Alathan fell, it ceased forever. From What Has Passed, by Hassandriel, Lord of Haramshirel, 2-7 Glory.